Alright, so one more time. This video is going to be about how to make dry vocals sound like professional process vocals.
And I don't wanna let go.
Into a vocal like this vocal.
Song too far, we're on top, but it's not what you chose, and you fell so hard that you didn't want it anymore.
So, first thing I wanted to do was drop MSED. It's a free plugin. I'll put a link in the description. So let's take the side channels. This is the side channel. We're going to mute the side channel by bringing it down 24 dB. And let's take a listen to this processed vocal.
Song too far, we're on top, but it's...
You hear that reverb and that delay? There's at least reverb, but it sounds to me like reverb and delay on the mono signal itself. Now let's listen to this unprocessed vocal.
And I don't wanna let go.
It's just dry. It doesn't even sound like it's been EQ'd. It's just... Okay, so now let's do the opposite. Let's take the mid signal, the center signal. Let's bring that down and take a listen to this processed vocal. Massive reverb on the sides, and then here nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, a little bit's peeking through, but that's because this only goes down 24. So let us try to take this vocal and make it
I don't wanna let go.
sound closer to this vocal.
Too far, we're on.
So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a reverb, like you saw. Reverb, we'll drop a reverb on here. And I'm going to drop a utility on here. And I'm going to make this reverb mono. The reason I'm doing that is because if we mute the side signals for this track up here, we mute the side signals, we can hear that there's reverb on the mono signal.
Song too far, we're on top, but it's not.
You can still hear that. It's like a plate delay or something. We're going to try our best with what we have here. So this is mono. I'm going to go ahead and loop this. And I'm going to lower this down because I don't want it to get too irritating. Alright, so first things first. Anytime you get a vocal, you see this? Here, let me move this guy off the screen for a minute. You see this low end frequency? Well, we don't even have to be able to see that in order to fix that. Let's go ahead and turn that reverb off. Turn this off.
Wanna let go. And I don't.
Now what I would do is I would loop this with a high pass. And I would sweep until that vocal sounded thin and nasally. If I'm doing the vocal on its own, not in the mix. That's a different thing.
And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let
That's
go.
horrible.
And I don't wanna let go.
That's
and
okay.
I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna
That's
let
good.
go. And I don't wanna let go.
Not really much of a
And I don't wanna
difference.
let go. And I don't wanna let go. And I don't.
So what I'm listening for is it not to sound nasally anymore.
And I don't wanna let go. 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 And I don't wanna let go.
So let's do 125. We'll just call that good. Now let's get to giving it some mono reverb. Now let's hear this in mono. Now let's hear the reference track in mono.
Song too far.
Okay. Let's go less wet. We'll go 50%.
and I don't wanna let go, and I don't wanna let go.
Okay, now let's bump up this decay time.
And I don't wanna let go.
Already it's too much decay. So just listen to the reference in mono.
Song too far.
Now listen to this one in mono.
And I don't wanna let go.
So let's bring that decay time down. Let's do the reference again.
Song too far. We're on top, but it's not what.
And let's listen to this one.
And I don't wanna let go.
Now there's not enough decay time, so let's go back up.
And I don't wanna let go.
Now there's too much. So what I like to do is I like to take this. I'm going to go ahead and group it now. Duplicate the chain. This top chain will be the unprocessed signal. We'll keep that at 0 dB. This bottom chain will be 100% wet. We'll slap a reverb or a compressor on it. And the compressor, what it's going to do, actually we can get rid of this utility now. With the compressor, what I'll do is I'll turn it on, I'll side chain it to the vocal track itself. So this is to 2. So we'll pick 2, and then we'll have some options here. We go down to the bottom, effects rack, pre-effects chain. So this is what I'll select. So when this vocal from this chain or this chain, pre-effects, meaning the vocal coming into the chain or into the group right here, hits this compressor, it'll cause the compressor to duck, which will cause this reverb that sounds good to go away when the vocal comes in. I'll show you what I mean. Let's mix it in without it.
And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go.
Now let's hear the reference.
And I don't wanna.
Song too far.
See how it has a tail? It has a long decay, but as soon as he sings, it's crisp and clear.
And I don't wanna let go.
So let's give this a longer decay time, a tail.
And I don't wanna let go.
Now it sounds too far away. And that's what the side chain is going to overcome. The side chain, we're going to give it a fast attack, and we'll adjust the release. We'll give it a crazy ratio, and we'll start playing with this so that that tail ducks every time the vocal comes in.
And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go.
Now this size is a hypothetical size of the room. Now we're going to go ahead and actually grab a utility and mono this reverb. I forgot about that. So we want that mono.
And I don't wanna let go.
There we go. It's already sounding similar.
Song too far. We're on top.
Okay, we can tame that reverb by making the size of the room smaller. Let's try it.
And I don't wanna let go.
Okay. Size of the room was fine. Let's just change that decay time.
And I don't wanna let go.
Now let's
And I
check
don't
the
wanna
reference.
let go.
Song too far.
And I don't wanna let go.
It's getting there. Okay, it's getting there. Let's try it without any diffusion. See if that's better.
And I don't wanna let go.
Nope. Let's try it with some pre-delay.
And I don't wanna let go.
No, pre-delay just kind of ruins the effect. Okay, so let's put that diffusion back on. Let's take the reflex off and just keep only diffusion.
and I don't wanna let go.
Let's hear this one.
On top.
Very similar.
And I don't wanna let go.
Okay, now we can play with that decay time and bring it down a little.
And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go.
Too far, we're on top.
And I don't wanna let go.
There we go, we're getting real close. But since this is probably a different mic than this, I mean, the chances are very high that this is a different mic than this. We're just going to call that good for now. Okay, so now we grab our MSED here, and we're going to unmute the side signal. We're going to mute the mono signal. So this should be real quiet now.
I don't wanna let go.
Yep. And this one should only be the sides.
Too far, we're on top.
Okay. So now what you want to do is you want to duplicate this track. Just hit duplicate. And you're going to want to take off the first chain. You're going to cut that first chain directly out. And then the second chain down here, we're going to take the mono off. Now let's listen to the difference. Oh yeah. And then let's bring the gain all the way down, and we'll bring it up to match this.
So hard that you didn't want.
And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go.
Okay, not quite right. Something's not quite right. Now you can hear that something's not quite right, but with the corralometer, or whatever this is called, with the MSED meter, you can see now what you're hearing. Let's go ahead and loop this again.
And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go. And I don't
That's the side information. And up here, look at the side information.
wanna let go. And I don't
On top, but it's no.
So I'm not going to use a reverb. Well, yeah, let's use the reverb, but let's take the diffusion off, and this time we'll add the reflections. Let's see if that looks and sounds better.
And I don't wanna let go. 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 And I don't wanna let go.
Let's change the shape of the reverb.
Let go. And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go.
That you didn't want.
Okay, it's sounding better, but it's just not quite doing the trick. So let's turn that off. Let's grab some delays now. We're going to put the delays before the compressor. We're going to unlink the delays. We'll put one. We'll go for 1 and 2, and we'll see what that does. All the way wet, and we'll bring it up into the mix. Here we go.
And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go.
Now let's get rid of this compressor, the side chain. Let's see what it does.
And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go.
Okay, it's looking good. It's sounding close, but it's not sounding close enough. So what I like to do, take off the filter, bring the feedback all the way up, and it's about to start sounding crazy. Let us link these now. Bring it all the way down. I'm gonna have to turn this down because this is gonna get real weird sounding for a minute.
I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go. And I don't wanna let go.
I'm gonna use this delay time to tune the vocal. Once I get the tune, I'm going to use this feedback to back up off of the vocal. And whenever delay time I end with here, I'm going to unlink the two and then half this side. So let me show you what I mean.
And I don't wanna let go. 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 And I don't wanna let
23.8, so let's call it 24. Okay, so 24, and then we'll take that off. We'll call this one 12. Take that feedback all the way off. Let's give that a listen. Let's give this one a listen. Pretty close. But I can hear reverb in there now. Here, I can't. That's close, but I don't hear the reverb. So let's put the reverb after the delay, if I could speak. And let us try this again. Let's slowly introduce that reverb until we think it sounds like that. We'll take the reflect off because we've already got a type of reflection going on with this delay. We'll set everything back to default. Keep this on high, size, shape, decay time. We'll leave it. And we'll put the diffusion up. So we're going to add diffusion to this delay by slowly introducing the reverb and listening. Sounds good, but now it's too washed out, so let's play with the decay time. Let's blend the two together now. Okay, take this mid gain, put it back up, side gain, keep it back up where it was. And let's see what happens.
And I don't want to let go, and I don't want to let go.
That you didn't want it anymore.
And I don't want to let go.
So now what I would do is I would group these two together, throw an EQ on them, stock EQ of course, and EQ to taste.
And I don't want to let go. Let go. And I don't want to let go.
Something cheesy about that reverb, and that's where the EQ needs to reside. This EQ here needs to go on the reverb. Let's figure out if it needs to go on that mono reverb.
And I don't want to let go.
Sounds good.
That you didn't want it anymore.
And I don't want to let go.
Pretty close. Well, there you have it. That's one way. And that was, what, 15, 20 minutes of effort with all stock plugins. Hope you liked the video. Go check out my Patreon channel where you can pay as little as $3 a month to get a free mixing course, essentially. Well, not free, $3 a month. You can ask me questions, I'll answer your questions directly. You get free MIDI files, drum kits, etc., etc. And that's at the lowest level. But anyways, go check it out if you're interested. And I hope you like this video. Stay well and be safe.